Hello, everyone, and welcome back to NCAA 2004. We are here in the Alabama Crimson Tide Dynasty, getting down towards the end of our season with a game. Well, it is the game, the Iron Bowl, against the Auburn Tigers. Not just any Auburn team here, the ninth-ranked Auburn Tigers on a four-game win streak. They've cruised their way to 10-1. They've got pretty big eyes, I guess, towards the bottom or towards the end of the season. For something big. I don't know, man. Whatever bowl game is not the national title. I mean, maybe they're looking for an Orange Bowl or something. I don't know. But they're still ranked ninth, which is crazy, man. They're not getting any love from the polls here. To be a one-loss SEC team and be ranked ninth. I guess maybe I'm just so recency bias here. Maybe I'm just not used to an SEC team with that kind of record and that kind of rap sheet towards the bottom of the top 10. But, I mean, here we are, man. Because you got to imagine what their schedule looks like compared to ours, you know what I mean? It's got to be about just as difficult as ours is, and we haven't fared nearly as well this year as we did last year. So, and here is a look at the conference here. Auburn obviously taking things over on our side of things. Looks like they're probably going to need this game here to hold it over Arkansas, so we could potentially kind of derail Auburn's season with a win today. I wouldn't set my hopes super high considering where we've been the rest of the season. But, I mean, hey, anything is possible. It is a home game for us. This was on the road last year. So, and playing well against our rival is a very much important thing. I don't need to tell you how important it is to play well against your rival. But in case it needs to be stated, let me just say it's important that we beat Auburn today. We'll leave it at that. With the season we've had, it's definitely important. So, we get things started here early on in the first quarter. It is 1st and 10 for Auburn. Their quarterback drops back, rolls to his right, and unloads downfield, and he finds an open receiver, but he's going to fumble the football, but Auburn cannot retain. And so now off a massive pickup for this Tigers offense, it now spells disaster for them. So on our first drive here, number 12 rolling around in the pocket and finds Spears for a first down and a heck of a lot more as he gets down to about the Auburn 30-yard line, just about, maybe the 31-yard line. So we're already flipping things on Auburn after a very costly turnover. So, but their defense is standing firm here on a 3rd and 10, just a minute and a half left in the first quarter. What can the Crimson Tide offense do to keep this drive alive? Pressure's on to number 12, and he tries to escape one linebacker and rolls right into a defensive tackle and gets brought down. So a lot of pressure here. Auburn brought the kitchen sink, and it did work. So Ferguson comes out for a very long field goal, and he nails this one. So big season of ups and downs for Ferguson as the kicker here, but he has nailed some ones that are important here, and he's missed some ones that are also important. So we will get the full thing in totality, obviously, at the end of the year, but we will take a 3-0 lead over Auburn off of their fumble here in the red zone. So 1st and 10 for Auburn's offense now. Pressure is on, but he gets rid of it, and he finds an open receiver and hauls that in, but there is a yellow hanky on the field, so let's see what the refs decide here. Oh, hold on, he put that right in our defender's face, and that's because it's going to be a pass interference. So his goatee is going to dispel doom for our defense here, as Auburn's going to pick up another nice little chunky yardage here off of a PI, a rare PI. I've said rare PI enough times where I don't think it's rare anymore. I think that's just what happens in this game sometimes. You get a PI. So on Auburn's next play here, that one is batted around but still caught by an Auburn receiver. So we had about 4 guys in the vicinity, and someone actually did get a hand on the football, but it did not seem to matter as Auburn's receiver had quite a bit of focus here to still retain possession. So at about our 20 or 21-yard line now, Auburn setting up here for a potential red zone drive, and it's going to be a pitch to the running back, and there's no one out there on the side. Great job. I couldn't see what defender that was, but great job tracking down that play from the other side of the field and making the tackle, saving the touchdown. So 1st and goal now for Auburn here. The quarterback's going to drop back, wants to throw for it, and why not when you got guys that wide open in the back of the end zone? A few guys in pursuit, but still no one really in the vicinity to make a play on the ball. So Auburn is going to score a touchdown and answer back our field goal early. So now in the middle of the second quarter here, pressure on once again, and it's going to be an interception, and he's got some blocks in front of him. There's no coverage here. Number 33 is the only one in the vicinity, and he's not going to catch him, and it's going to be a pick 6 for Auburn. So not only do we now match Auburn's one turnover in this game, we've made an even bigger mistake giving up a pick 6. So quickly like that, the game is flipped 14-3. We're going to give it to 33. He's got some open space in the middle of the field after shimmying and shaking, and he's got a first down and a little bit more. So he's going to work things in towards the red zone for us. So we're looking to answer back to Auburn here before the half is over. after things have so quickly gone awry for the Crimson Tide here early on in this game. Very quickly, things have kind of I don't know, spun out of control. So on 1st and 10, on the run, number 12 is going to try and make a throw out to Kelly, and that one has just sailed into the grass. There was a lot of defenders in that vicinity too. So on a 2nd and 10, only 46 seconds left to go. It's a deep shot to the end zone to Spears, and that one is played well by Auburn's secondary as they had a DB get a hand on that one. So it's going to be quickly 3rd and 10, just 43 seconds left to go in the first half. Amanda's going to go in motion. Number 12 drops back. He's got a clean enough pocket here. Rolls out to the right still and throws it to the other end of the field to number 1. And that one is obviously not going to work. That one could have been obviously intercepted and maybe even returned yet again, but it is not. So on a 4th and 10 here, they're going to go for the field goal, not a fake. And Ferguson's going to kick this one up, and that is going to be good. So Ferguson doing a lot of good things for us in this ball game here. Gets us 6 points after we cannot capitalize on both of our offensive opportunities here in Auburn territory. So the first half is going to come to a close, 14-6 here. Obviously Auburn really leaning on that defensive touchdown that they got off of number 12's pick 6. So with the football again, we have another chance here on offense to cut the deficit, and number 12 is going to find Kelly along the sideline, and he's going to somehow toe drag or keep his feet in bounds along the sidelines. An amazing catch here. So we're moving ahead now, 1st and 10. Pressure in his face. Number 12 finds, I think it's 33, the running back, who managed to catch that one. And that's another first down. And we're going to continue moving this ball downfield against Auburn's defense. So 1st and 10 again. Number 12 drops back again. Another clean pocket. Just moves to his left a little bit and uncorks this one to Kelly in the end zone by himself. He had one defender who seemed kind of lost out there. He really did not have his ducks in a row in terms of positioning here. So way to go on 33 to pick up that block, man. That was just amazing. Gave number 12 the extra second or so he needed to find Kelly in the end zone. So it's a humongous touchdown here. And we're going to obviously go for 2 here to try and tie up this game. Number 12 doesn't really know what to do, and it looks like, I couldn't tell what receiver that was. Might have been a tight end. Looks like he had a hand on it, but couldn't quite haul that one in. So we're going to fail on the 2-point conversion. So 14-12 is your score here in the 3rd quarter. So Auburn has a chance here to kind of pad their lead and give themselves some insurance in the Iron Bowl, and they're off to a good start here with a nice big completion. So on 2nd and 10 here from about our 30-yard line, and it's picked off as their quarterback finds a Crimson Tide receiver, and now that is the straw that may break the camel's back, man. That turnover differential seems to be what might end up deciding this game if we can just hold on to the football and just protect the football. And number 12 uncorks a deep ball here on the run. It's a wobbler, and he finds Spears downfield, brought down at about the Auburn 40-yard line. So Spears and Kelly really showed up to play today. And I mean, number 12, in spite of his interception, he has done fairly well in this game to try and keep us at least in it. So we saw in the last video against Arkansas, we've seen the second half collapse is the big thing. We've seen the second half collapse, and so if the Crimson Tide offense can really just kind of tighten up here in the second half, we may be able to just fend off Auburn. But we have to score some points here, and we do stall out on this drive, and Ferguson's going to try for another field goal, and it is good, man. He is just absolutely helping us out here. He's probably the MVP of today's game. He's really just kind of kept us in this one when our offense has not been able to just get the first down that we need. So 15-14 going into the 4th, man. A 1-point lead in the Iron Bowl. Man, that just spells disaster. So 2nd and 4 here for Auburn's offense. Quarterback's going to roll out. He's got plenty of time, pump fakes, and unloads, and he's going to find a wide-open receiver inside the 15-yard line. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 11. And so now Auburn is just set up perfectly to go right into the end zone. You see all the unnamed players on Auburn's team, man. They're just a returning team. They have not gotten a lot of help from underclassmen. It's really just a lot of their juniors and seniors that have been helping out. And right now, this is what we're talking about, is a running back stiff arms a big linebacker and gets right into the end zone, and that is going to be a nice go-ahead touchdown for Auburn. So now it's going to be all on the Crimson Tide offense to answer back to the Tigers if we can manage to do that. But it is going to be not an easy feat. So Auburn's going to go for 2 to try and make this one at least a 7-point game, and they are going to convert. So now 22-15 is going to be your score. So we cannot just take the lead now with a touchdown. We're going to need to at least fight for the tie in this game. So Auburn's done everything they've needed to do. And again, keep an eye on that turnover differential, man, because that may be a big thing here. And now that's Carroll, the receiver who we don't often call too much. I often forget his name from video to video, but it is Carroll. I remembered. But he does make a nice catch here. We haven't called his name all day, but he is very much there. So we hand it off to 33. Nice spin move to get inside and pick up a couple more after the first down. And we have ran decently well, as you can see, man. We are really just giving it to Auburn's rush defense today. Number 33's had himself quite the day. So on 1st and 10 here now, number 12 is going to run for it, and he's going to keep it himself. And he's going to get close to the first down. We haven't seen a lot of rushing attempts from number 12. Not a big scrambler from what I can tell. But hey, man, that is a nice play off a broken play. So the pressure was on, and number 12 saw an open lane. And he's like, dude, screw this. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to take it myself, man, like a Jared Goff out there, just running like a plumber, man. But fine. On 3rd and inches now, just a little over 2 minutes, we're going to hand it off to try and get the first, and we do not get it. We get stuffed on 3rd and inches, man. We only needed a few, and we got none of it, man. We even lost yardage. So 4th and 1, got to keep the offense on the field because it is do or die time. And on this handoff, 33 not only gets the first down, but finds an opening to get into the end zone. And so now we are within 1 point, obviously pending the extra point. This game will be tied, ladies and germs. This Iron Bowl is going to be one for the ages. And you can already see the run time still here as we are reaching our normal length, and there's still plenty of football left to play. So just strap in, folks, because we got plenty left in this Iron Bowl. So with 1:39, Auburn potentially here mounting a game-winning drive if they can pull it off. Huge deep ball to start things off, and that one's going to sail into the grass. So 1st and 10, nothing doing here for number 17. So on 2nd and 10 for Auburn, still going to stay in that shotgun formation here with 1:35 left to go. Quarterback's going to drop back. Pressure is on, and it's going to get home as number 94 comes up with a massive sack. And there you see, not only have we been able to rush well, but Auburn has not been able to rush well at all. So with a minute left here on 3rd and 20, just trying to get some of that back, and that one has sailed into the grass again. So Auburn coming up empty on their drive. They're going to have to punt this one away with 1:04. So now we have 1:04 to potentially go for the game-winning drive. Auburn really needed to get at least a first down or so, and they could not do it as they were trying to play for the win and not really trying to burn this one out maybe to go to overtime. I don't know, just not being smart with the football regardless. So we hand this one off to Spears, or throw it to Spears, only get a few yards. Number 12 in a collapsing pocket finds Spears again across the middle of the field, and he picks up the first down. So we're going to start using timeouts, conserve some time, because now we are looking to do what we came out to do on this drive. 52 seconds now from about Auburn's 35-yard line, and it's going to be the tight end. I don't even know if he's tight end. I think he's just a receiver. Number 31 hauls that one in and gets brought down at the sticks here, but he's still going to be short. So on 2nd and inches, got to set up here. Time does not stop. Number 12 wants a shot towards the end zone, and he finds Spears, who makes a jumping catch over a couple defenders and comes down with it inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be goal to go with just 35 seconds. We can basically just burn this time out here and essentially take the game-winning field goal. But why would we? We can go with a fullback dive and score the touchdown here. Just 22 seconds left to go. We might have scored a little bit too early here, but Auburn's going to obviously have to go for some heroics here if they want to try and erase that lead. So 29-22 is your score, just 13 seconds left to go. Number 17 rolls out, pump fakes, uncorks this one across the middle, finds an open man, and he's brought down just inside the 50-yard line. He's going to get the first down and a timeout called. So with 7 seconds left, number 17 dropping back. Pressure is on, and it gets home. Pressure comes off the edge. About 3 rushers were inside, and 2 of them got home to the quarterback. So there's 3 seconds now. Time has expired. Number 17 rolling out and on the run. He makes a running throw, and it's caught by number 1, and it is hauled in and brought down at about the 23, the Alabama 23. But the time is at 000. The game is over, and we take home the Iron Bowl. Yes, ladies and germs, we did it. We managed to win the Iron Bowl. Can you believe it? Can you friggin' believe it? I honestly can't remember the results of last year's Iron Bowl. I've been sitting here trying to just comb my brain to see what happened. I want to say we lost the Iron Bowl last year. It was one of the games that we did lose, but we might have won it. I can't remember. That's, again, something I should have looked at before I started recording this one, but you obviously know here. So, but regardless, as we won it this year. So with the ups and downs of this season, we do manage to win it, man. And honestly, I got to give so much up, man, to just this team, man. The offense really showed up. So we really haven't seen a performance like this from a lot of the Sims throughout the rest of the season, man. But they have just absolutely shown up in this game. And it was Mississippi State I was thinking of. I said Arkansas. I meant the second half collapse of Mississippi State. We saw that. But obviously, we corrected on those issues from week to week because we showed up to absolutely hammer Auburn in the second half. And just what an amazing game from number 12. And he is a junior, so unless we out-recruit number 12, he probably will be our starter next year as well. And with numbers like that, I can't be too upset with it. So Number 33 doesn't have the best game, but obviously Spears and Kelly leading the charge in the receiving category. Both have 137 yards respectively. What an amazing, amazing performance. Our O-line was laying down the lumber as well. Can't be too mad about any of that. Couple TFLs, a couple sacks. Really nice performance all around. And of course, Ferguson, man, our kicker, our freshman kicker, putting the team on his freaking back. I'm so happy for this team, man. Just everything about this team in that game, man. We showed up when we absolutely had to. The rivalry game is where you got to show up, man. But this is where we're going to be showing up next, is in the Independence Bowl against Texas A&M. Number 24 ranked Texas A&M at 7-6. Somehow they're ranked, and we are not at 7-5. But whatever, I digress. But Texas A&M is coming into the Big 12, so do not get confused. It's not another SEC game. They're coming out of the Big 12. So hope to see everyone in Shreveport, Louisiana, when we are taking on Texas A&M in the Independence Bowl for another shot at bowl glory, baby.